Alright, this is Aaron the IDI nut showing how to replace your fan and or fan clutch. So if you've bought an upgraded fan from me, this will be how you put it on. I always recommend adding a new replacement fan clutch when you do so, but this will show you how to either replace your fan clutch, replace your fan blade, or both as an assembly. These are the two tools that I most commonly use to get mine off. It's a 1 7/8 inch wrench made out of 1/4 inch plate steel, and this is 2 inch for power strokes. And then this is a holder tool available from Napa, sells one identical to this, but most auto parts stores you can rent both the 1 7/8 and a fan clutch holder tool. Looks slightly different than this one, but generally they're available from most auto parts stores as a rental. The other thing you can use, which is the way I do it when I'm at work, is a pneumatic fan clutch set that you use an air hammer and a 1 7/8 wrench and you buzz it right off. But the average do-it-to-yourselfer, this works great. Alright, so IDIs are righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. They are a left-hand thread, so I'll put the holder tool on the water pump pulley and then I'll put the wrench on the fan and go to my right. Granted, this was already broken loose, so it looks easy on camera, but you get the gist of the idea. Alright, so there's a couple of different ways you can get it off. Some guys can do it without taking off the upper radiator hose. It's a pain. You can do it. If you do that, you'll want to pull the upper radiator hose and the fan shroud, and then you can pull the fan and the fan shroud up as an assembly. You'll lose probably half a gallon of coolant and do it that way. For those of you who have a serpentine belt, the way I like to do it is I'll take the serpentine belt off, I will take the crank pulley off, it's 4 bolts, and then there's enough room to drop it out the bottom. You guys with V-belts, it sucks. So I would recommend going through here, but regardless, those are the 3 most common ways. I recommend either pulling the fan shroud. You can sometimes snake it up and out, it's a pain, but there's many different ways to skin that cat. The way I like doing it is pull the harmonic balancer pulley off and drop it out the bottom. It falls right out of there. In all reality, off screen time, it probably took me less than 5 minutes to get it out, and it comes out pretty darn easily if you have a serpentine system. Alright, so I've got a 14 mil or a 9/16 for those of you who like using American tools, and there's 6 bolts. You take them all off, pull the fan clutch out, you'll put the new one in. I suggest Loctite, and then don't quote me on this, but I believe the spec is 18 foot-pounds. The torque spec I go to is German tight or Gudentite, but you can look it up for a 5/16 by 18 bolt as to what the proper torque spec is and torque it that way. So 6 bolts, we'll drop the fan clutch out. You'll see then new fan clutch installed, and we'll be going back in. Thanks to the magic of videos, ta-da, it's done. So tighten them all in a star pattern, Loctite on them. You can see the new clutch is installed, because who would I be selling fans if I didn't also have a new fan clutch? Mine was on the way out, and so it was a great time to upgrade and make a video all at the same time. To go back in is the same reverse procedure of put the fan in from the bottom, tighten it up using the wrenches, and basically it's get it as tight as you can when it comes to wrenches like this, and a dab of blue Loctite on the threads of the fan as well. And enjoy your new fan. So if there's any question on how the fan should be installed and how it should look when done, this is how it should sit, or basically like this inside the vehicle. The indented side of the fan mounting hub should go towards the water pump, which leaves the clutch face about 3/4 of an inch in front of the fan, and the fan should look like this when installed in the vehicle on the water pump.